Greetings YouTube. I'm just doing an update on the Old Air AC install. This is the bracket I made for the back of the Old Air head unit. I'm doing a custom setup on a 68 Mustang, so the system that they sell for a Mustang is different in that these line sets come out through this backside, and it's through the stock AC system. But I shaved the firewall and rotated this unit 90 degrees. So this bracket is what I ended up making. I won't, since I only have one hand, I'm just going to take the bracket off and show you how it mounts. And it's pretty simple, but these two bolts here I welded in from the backside. Those are just slots. They go on a receiver on the firewall and they slide in, and then this tab right here finishes the install so it won't go anywhere. So let's take these guys off and show you how this thing mounts. Not saying this is by any means the best way to do it, but it's a system I came up with, and if this helps you do something similar, that's great. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. So if I can hold this. So that's how it comes with just the 3 studs. I think when you get with the Mustang stock setup, I think there's 4 that go through the firewall, through the stock bolt locations, I believe. So this is the back side of that plate I made. And I put spacers in, and these are the bolts that are welded in. But this basically, when it's mounted, it gets the head unit, gets an airspace behind and gets enough offset so it's not gonna be rubbing on anything. So then with this plate, I've been also mocking up electrical and AC ducts, so there's a ton of stuff in here. So what I did is I took, I don't know if there's not too much glare. This is where I welded in the stock setup, and this is where the line sets come through. So I've got all the plumbing made up, and this is 2x2 tube steel I made up. I don't know if you can see that, if there's too much glare. So this plate, basically, when you bring the unit in, you set it in there and then just slide it over, just like this. I've got a lot of slides in, and then once to complete the install, you would bolt it in here, and then that's it. So that bracket, that 2x2 bracket, I just have it mocked up right now. So it's just screwed to the firewall. What I'm going to do is I'll make some brackets and spot weld those in on both sides, so it'll be extremely strong when it's done. And it gets it far enough off where it's just that head unit needs a little bit of space to fit in there. So, and then all the ductwork and everything else around it. It's been a little bit of a struggle getting all this stuff fitted. So on the engine bay side, so this is my line sets coming through, and there's the heater valve right here, and I've got another hole to make and bring the power in for the heater valve, or controls I should say. And that's the line set. Just cleans it up a lot, and with the big block lineally, it looks clean. This bracket, I think I showed you guys, that's a bracket I fabricated, and without the shock towers, it just makes it a lot more uniform and clean going in through the bulkhead. I'm sure I could take it a step level and a higher level and go through behind the fender, but this is how I ended up doing it. Anyway, if this helps, great. If you got suggestions, by all means. Been a lot of work making this firewall getting shaved, so definitely a lot more time than if it was all stock set up. Anyway, that's all. Thank you guys. Bye.